Hey guys, we're ready for Game 3 of Round 1, and this is the 1988 Atlanta Braves versus the 1969 San Diego Padres. And we're just about ready to go. We'll go through the lineups very quickly. Starting pitcher for the Padres is right-hander Clay Kirby, and the starting pitcher for the Braves of '88 is a very young Tom Glavine. On the year, Glavine was 7-17, 4.56 ERA. Kirby was 7-20. With a 3.80 ERA. So combined, these two pitchers went 14-37 on the season. So let's look at the lineups for each team. Leading off for the visiting team, the 1988 Braves, is center fielder Albert Hall. Batting second and playing second base is Ron Gant. Batting third and playing first base is Gerald Perry. Batting cleanup, the venerable Dale Murphy is in right field. The designated hitter in today's game is Ken Griffey. Ozzie Virgil will bat sixth and catch. Dropped a card there. Batting seventh at third base is Ken Oberkfell. Even with two hands, you'd think I could handle this, couldn't you? All right, Andres Thomas batting eighth and shortstop. And batting ninth in left field is Dion James. That is the lineup for the for the 88 Braves. For the 69 Padres, and I don't really know but a few of these players off the top of my head. Shortstop Tommy Dean is going to lead off. Roberto Pena at second will bat second. Nate Colbert, he's a well-known player, first baseman. He will hit third. Ollie Brown, the right fielder, will bat cleanup, and he was nicknamed Downtown Ollie Brown, I think because he liked to swing for the fences. Ivan Murrell is the designated hitter in today's game. He's going to hit fifth. Batting sixth and playing left field is Al Ferrara. Batting seventh is third baseman Ed Spezio. His son Scott Spezio played for the 2002 world champion Anaheim Angels. Cito Gaston is the center fielder. He will bat eighth, and of course that's the same Cito Gaston that managed the Blue Jays back in the late 80s, early 90s. And Chris Cannizzaro is the catcher. He will bat ninth. So we're ready to go in this Game 3 of Round 1. It is going to be Kirby on the mound facing switch hitter Albert Hall. And the first offering's a 5-6, so we're under Kirby against a lefty. 5-6 for Kirby is a ground ball to first baseman. So it's a ground ball from Hall down the first base line, picked up by Colbert, one away, one easy out. And that brings up second baseman, a very young Ron Gant. Before he went to the outfield, he started as an infielder. 112. 112, he gets plunked, hit by the pitch. So Ron Gant gets plunked. I'll make a note that Kirby plunked him. And let's see, he's a B stealer. Cannizzaro has a zero arm. Do they want to try, or do they want to let the big guys try to drive him in? They're gonna keep Gant at first for now. Here's Gerald Perry. It's a 6-11. 6-11 is a single. So Perry did it, a single to center. And Hall, with the center fielder Gaston, is a -2 arm, so they're not gonna take the chance with Murphy and Griffey coming up. They're going to let the big boys have at it. So runners at first and second with one out for Dale Murphy. Murphy against Kirby. It's a 4-7, so run to Kirby. 4-7 is a strikeout. So he found the strikeout out of all those hits in column 4. He managed to find a strikeout to get Murphy. And now it's up to Ken Griffey to try to keep things going. It's a 3-8. 3-8 is a ground ball to first, so he grounds it to Colbert, and the inning is over. So the Braves get a couple of hits, but can't do anything with them. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Braves nothing, and the Padres coming to bat. Tommy Dean. Tommy Dean. I don't think he's in relation to Jimmy Dean. Tommy Dean, shortstop, will lead things off. It's a 3-9. 3-9 against a lefty is a strikeout. So Tommy Dean strikes out. And I got the Padres lineup just by going to one of their regular season games where they faced a left-handed pitcher. And they had this particular lineup, so that's why I'm using it. I wasn't sure how they really lined up, so I just went with what they did. Here's Roberto Pena at second. It's a 2-9 against the lefty. 2-9, 1 is a double. 2-20 will be a single. So anything other than a 1 is a single. And it's a 17, so it is a good single for Roberto Pena. He's an E-stealer, so he's not going anywhere, especially with Nate Colbert coming up to the plate. Big Nate Colbert, on the season in 1969, he had 24 homers. One of the few bright spots for the Padres that year. 6-7, so we're going to go off Glavin's card against a righty. And a 6-7 is a split chance. 1-2 is a triple. 3-20 is a single with 2 stars. So runners at the corners at the worst. And that's what we got with a 10. So it's a base hit for Colbert. Pena motors over to third. Runners at the corners. 1 out for downtown Ollie Brown. And that's a 2-9. 2-9 against the lefty. He strikes out. So he was going for the downtown and missed. So he is out of there. 2 down for Ivan Murrell, or Murrell. Not sure how it's pronounced. I think it's Murrell. Here's Ivan Murrell. 3-3 against the lefty is a ground ball to second. So he grounds it to Gant. And the Padres get a couple of hits but can't do anything with it. So each team with 2 base runners in the first, but no dice. Pardon the pun. And nothing across after 1 inning. We start the second with Ozzie like a Virgil. 4-6 against Kirby. 4-6 is a walk. It's a walk to Kirby. Or to Virgil, I should say, from Kirby. And I, like a lot of us probably, we probably grew up in or followed baseball in the mid-'80s, the late 80s, and when ESPN was first forming, Chris Berman did all the highlights and had all the names for all these players, and that's where I got that Ozzie like a Virgil. So some of these guys' names are ingrained in my mind with the nicknames, so sometimes it will spew out of me without even me realizing it, so I apologize if that kind of threw anybody off there. All right, here's Ken Oberkfell. It's a 4-8 against Kirby. 4-8, a 1 is a triple, 2-20 is a single with 2 stars. So it looks like runners at the corners again. And with a 3, he almost got a triple, but Oberkfell, I don't think he had many triples on the year, so it probably made more sense for him to single. But Virgil doesn't run well, still managed to get to third. So there are runners at first and third, nobody out for shortstop, Andres Thomas. Thomas, a 5-6. 5-6 is a fly ball to center field B, and that is a sacrifice fly. So the first run of the game is a sacrifice fly to center field by Andres Thomas that scores Ozzie Virgil. The Braves are ahead 1-0, and that'll bring up the 9th hitter, Dion James. 5-7 against Kirby is a that's 4-7. 5-7 is a ground ball second base X. So the second baseman in this case is Pena. He's a 4. And that's a 14. You notice a lot of these teams, their fielding is really not to par. There's a lot of 4s and 3s instead of 1s and 2s. So a 14 is actually a 4 and a 14 on a second base check. A 4 and a 14 is a ground ball C, so he actually did make the play. Couldn't get the force play. He did get the individual out on James for out number 2, but Oberkfell does move to second base, so he's in scoring position with 2 outs for Albert Hall, who grounded to first his first time up. 4-6 against Kirby, and he will walk. So Kirby walks Hall. A lot of base runners for the Braves here in these 2 innings. Only 1 run so far to show for it. Here's Ron Gant. He was plumped his first time up against Kirby. It's a 4-9. 4-9 is a potential home run, 1-6 for a homer, and he does have end power against right-handers. So it's a 1-6 for a homer, 7-20 is a double. So Ron Gant trying to go deep, 1-6, he'll do it. It's an 8, so it's a double. So Ron Gant with a double to center field, because when it's not listed as a specific outfield, it's assumed to go to center. Oberkfell will score on that double. Hall with good speed. He was not being held on because he's a trail runner. So he started with a 15. He's going to add 2 because there's 2 outs to make it a 17. Gaston does have a -2 arm to make it a 15. But still, 1-15 is a pretty good chance they're going to take it. And he's got it with a 3. It almost flipped over to 16, but it fell to 3. So Hall was able to beat the play. And a 2-run double by Ron Gant has made this a 3-0 ball game. And that'll bring up Gerald Perry. The Braves leading 3-0. Here's Perry, 6-10 off of Kirby. 6-10's a fly ball to right, and that's going to end the inning. But the Braves finally cash in with those base runners, and they get 3 runs for it. And we go to the bottom of the second. It's Atlanta 3 and San Diego 0. Tom Glavine, a little run support. Here's Al Ferrara, the left fielder, right-handed batter, against the lefty Glavine, 2-8. 2-8's going to be a walk, so that's the one thing you don't want to do when your team gives you a 3-run lead is come out and walk the next batter to start the next inning. Here's Ed Spezio, third baseman, right-hander, 6-10 off of Glavine. So a 6-10 off of Glavine is a fly ball center field X. Fly ball center field X, that's going to be the center fielder Hall, who is a 3. And we get a 16, so I believe it's a good play. We'll verify that. Center fielder, a 3 and a 16 is a fly ball A, so it is in fact a good play. 1 away. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Cito Gaston. Cito Gaston. I think when he was playing, they also called him, I think his real name is Clarence. I've seen baseball cards with Clarence Gaston on it. So 6-5 against Glavine. 6-5. Potential home run, although he does have weak power, so it would only be a single. So 1-4 is a single, 5-20 is a double, and the single would be 2 stars. So Ferrara is at worst going to get to third base. 1-4 will be a single. It's a 14, so it's a double. Double for Gaston. It's center field, and Hall is a +1 arm, but there are not 2 outs. Ferrara was being held. He probably wouldn't be held because he was an E stealer and he's a running rating of 8, so he really wouldn't be held there. It's an 8, but then you've got Hall as a +1 and be a 9. A 1-9, they're not going to take the chance. They're down 3-1 now, and there's no sense, or 3-0, and there's no sense in getting a runner thrown out. So they're going to hold him there. Second and third, 1 out for Chris Cannizzaro. Braves infield's playing back. They'll give up the run to get the out. 6-8 for Glavine. 6-8 is a walk, and that's going to load the bases. So a second walk in the inning by Glavine has loaded the bases with 1 out for top of the order, Tommy Dean. Tommy Dean. 110. 110 is another walk. So third walk of the inning. This one brings in a run. So Glavine, a little bit of control issues here. Brings in Ferrara for the first run and moves everybody else up a base. It's now a 3-1 game. And Roberto Pena stepping to the plate. Base is still loaded. 1 out. Infield at double play depth. 6-5 against Pena, the righty. 6-5. Again, we're in that 1-4 for a homer. 5-20 for a double. But he does have... And against lefties, Pena does have normal power. He does have end power against lefties, so the 1-4 would be a homer. 5-20 would be simply the double. It's a 14, it's a double, so he just missed a grand slam. But Pena, with a double, will bring home Gaston and Cannizzaro to tie the score. And Dean is a 13. Of course, he was not being held as a trailed runner. He's a 13. And the double went to center, so again, Hall is a 1. It's a 14. Could try to score him 1-14, but they do have Colbert and Ollie Brown coming up, so they're going to hold Dean at third base. And runners at second and third, and the big Nate Colbert is coming up, so Glavine's still in trouble. It's a 3-4. 3-4, and Colbert found a home run spot. 1-15 is a homer, 16-20 is a triple. So either way, the bases are going to be cleared. It's a 9. That's a 3-run shot for Nate Colbert. And just when the Braves thought they had something going, the Padres say, "Not so fast, my friend," as Lee Corso would say. 6 runs in the inning now. It is 6-3. And the Braves bullpen is all of a sudden busy working. Here's Ollie Brown. 5-9. 5-9 for Glavine is a fly ball to center field. So 2 away. But Glavine getting definitely roughed up. Here's Ivan Morel. He is the 9th man to bat in the inning. Morel, a 4-7. 4-7 is a single. So 4-7 is a single for Morel, as the Padres now have batted around. And we're still in the bottom of the second for Ferrara, who walked to start the inning. So Tom Glavine is just about out of here. One more batter and he's out of here if he can't get Ferrara. It's a 6-11. 6-11 for Glavine is a ground ball first base X. That's Gerald Perry. And Perry is a 3-rated first baseman. That's a 19, so that's a good play. So finally a ground ball gets him out of it. But 6 Padre runs across the plate. 9 runs total in the inning. And after 2 innings of play, it is the Padres 6, the Braves 3. Okay, I wanted to take a quick pause there to get the pitching in order for next inning. Tom Glavine is going to call it a day. 2 runs, 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and the big home run to Colbert. And the new pitcher in the bottom of the third for the Braves will be right-hander Jose Alvarez. He was kind of their long man out of the pen. So he will be the new pitcher for the Braves come the bottom of this inning. Right now, the Braves are going to go against Clay Kirby, who had a nice rest and got some nice run support. So Braves trying to see if they can't battle back. Starting off with Dale Murphy. It's a 1-8. 1-8 for Murphy, and he pops it up to the third baseman, Spezio. 1 away. So Murphy is gone. That'll bring up DH Ken Griffey. And that is a 1-9. So Griffey, a 1 and a 9, is a fly ball to center field for out number 2. So Griffey is gone. Kirby doing exactly what you need to do when your team gives you the lead in the top half of the, or the bottom half of the inning. Come out in the top half and shut down the opponent. 5-7 for Virgil. 5-7 is a ground ball second base X. That is going to be Pena. He's a 4. And that's a 2, so that's most likely a base hit. Almost guaranteed. 4 and a 2 is a base hit, so it's a single for Ken Griffey. I'm sorry, for Virgil. 2-out single for Ozzie Virgil. And that brings up Ken Oberkfell. Oberkfell singled his last time up to 2-3. Not this time. 2-3 is a pop out to the first baseman Colbert. And the inning is over. So the Braves not able to respond as Kirby shut the door. And now Jose Alvarez takes over, and he'll be facing leadoff hitter of the inning, Ed Spezio. Righty on righty, it's a 2-3. 2-3 is a ground ball to first baseman Perry for out number 1. And Cito Gaston. It's a 4-9 against Alvarez. 4-9 is a strikeout. 4-9 is a strikeout for Mr. Alvarez. And so he may have an advantage because the Padres have all these right-handed batters in there that were in the lineup to face the lefty. And now that the righty is in there, they're having to go against the righty and they're not quite as effective. Here's Cannizzaro. 5-2. 5-2 is a fly ball to left field, and Alvarez has a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves against the Padres to keep things somewhat in order. And after 3 complete, it is San Diego 6 and Atlanta 3. So at least we're getting more runs than we got in the Baltimore-Toronto game, but that could be a bad thing sometimes. All right, here's Andres Thomas to start the 4th. 6-8 against Kirby. 6-8, a 1-6 is a single. 7-20 is a ground out to to Colbert at first. So 1-6, and Thomas will reach. It's a 5, so he did get a single. Andres Thomas, sacrifice fly in the 2nd, and a single here in the 4th. Brings up Deion James. 1-8. 1-8 for James. Good result for James. 1-8 is a triple, and 9-20 is a single with 2 stars. It's a 1, so it's a triple for Deion James. He laces a triple to center field. That will score Thomas. And it's a 6-4 ball game. The tying run is now at the plate in Albert Hall, and there's nobody out. The infield's back. They need to get the out. They can't afford to give up a big inning. 6-10 against Hall. 6-10. Fly ball right field C. Now the right field C means the runner has to hold. On fly balls, only a outfield fly ball B would be a sacrifice fly. Everybody else has to hold. So not deep enough by Hall. He couldn't get it out there far enough. And Ollie Brown able to field it and throw it back in to keep James at third. One away for Ron Gant, who doubled his last time up. He's been hit by a pitch and he's doubled. 1-7. 1-7. He's going to strike out this time. So Kirby trying to bear down and get out of this. And the Braves, with the runner on third and nobody out, are in danger of not bringing him home. Here's Gerald Perry. 2-5. And they have done it. 2-5 as a ground ball to first. And so James, with that triple, stranded there after 3 straight outs. But his triple did bring home a run. And we go to the bottom of the fourth with the Padres holding a 6-4 lead. Jose Alvarez, his second inning of work, will be facing the top of the order, and Tommy Dean. 4-10. 4-10 is a strikeout. So Jose Alvarez pitching well in relief. And that'll bring up the second batter in the order, Roberto Pena, shortstop. I'm sorry, second baseman. 4-7. So a 4-7 is a walk this time. So Jose Alvarez issues his first base runner via a walk. Brings up Nate Colbert. He had the big 3-run homer his last time up. 3-4. And he's going to do it again. 3-4 is a home run for Nate Colbert. No D20 check needed. That is a strict home run on a 3-4 check. So Nate Colbert, his second home run of the game. And that makes it an 8-4 ball game. Know who the player of the game is going to be, it looks like. Here's Ollie Brown, downtown Ollie Brown. He hasn't gone downtown yet. 4-5. 4-5, but he will get a base hit. 1-5 is a double. 6-20 is a single. And that's 11. So Ollie Brown gets his first hit of the game. Brings up Ivan Morel. Ivan Morel against Alvarez. 4-9. 4-9 is a strikeout for Alvarez. He has not reached his point of weakness yet, so that is a strikeout, out number 2. And that'll bring up Al Ferrara. Ferrara, a 5-8. 5-8 is another strikeout, so that's going to end the inning. But Alvarez gets touched up for the 2-run homer by Nate Colbert, and after 4 complete is the Padres in front 8-4. Alvarez is probably done for the day. He's pitched his 2 innings of middle relief. And it looks like we're going to get Charlie Palaio. Charlie Palaio will be coming in to start the next inning for the Braves when the Padres are batting in the bottom half. So Palaio will be the new pitcher coming in for the Braves as Alvarez goes 2 innings and gives up 2 runs. So now we start the top of the 5th, and Dale Murphy facing off here against Clay Kirby, who's hanging on despite giving up 4 runs in 4 innings. He's getting the run support to keep him in there. 1-12, and he's going to plunk Murphy. So that is the second batter that Kirby has hit, and I don't think that Chuck Tanner and the Braves are appreciating that. Little warnings being issued by the umpires, so anything else happens, Kirby's going to be gone. Here's Griffey to 2-9. 2-9 is going to be a single to left field. So the Braves say, the best way to get back at him is to get a base hit, which they did. So runners at first and second with nobody out for Ozzie Virgil. It's a 4-7 against Kirby. 4-7 is a strikeout. So he found a strikeout. Found a strikeout for out number 1. So the Braves trying to avoid not being able to cash in base runners again. Here's Oberkfell. It's a 3-3 for Oberkfell. He's going to pop it up to the shortstop. So he's going to pop it up to Dean for out number 2. And now it's up to Deion James. I'm sorry, it's up to Andres Thomas to keep it going. He did single his last time up. 4-6 against Kirby. He's going to walk. 4-6 is a walk. So the bases are now loaded for Deion James, and he tripled his last time up to the plate. So if he does it again, we'll have a much closer ball game, and Kirby teetering on the point of being removed as the bullpen is working for the Padres. Here's Deion James. It's a 5-6 against the lefty. 5-6 is a ground ball, first base B, and the inning is over. So James not able to do it as the Braves leave him loaded. And we go to the bottom of the fifth with the score 8-4. And new pitcher is Charlie Palaio. As Alvarez pitched his 2 innings, gave up 2 runs on the 2-run homer by Colbert. And Ed Spezia will lead off against Palaio, righty on righty. It's a 1-6, 1-6, a 1-11 is a homer, and a 12-20 is a fly to left field. It's a 5, so Spezia greets Palaio with a home run to start the bottom of the fifth. So third home run for the Padres as he rudely welcomes Charlie Palaio to the festivities. And here is Cito Gaston. It's a 6-6 against Palaio. A 6-6 is a walk. So Palaio, a little shaken up there, will walk Gaston and face Cannizzaro. Cannizzaro, it's a 9-4 ball game. 210 for Cannizzaro is a ground ball, shortstop A, so that'll help stop the bleeding a little bit. 6-4-3 double play. And quickly 2 away for Tommy Dean. And the top of the order. Tommy Dean hasn't put bat on ball yet. He struck out twice and he's walked. 5-6 for Palaio. A 5-6 is a potential single, 1-5. And 6-20 is a line out to the shortstop Thomas. So 1-5 and Tommy Dean will get his base hit. It's a 13, so he lines it to Thomas to end the inning. So the run comes across on the home run by Spezia, and after 5 complete, it is the Padres 9, Braves 4. And Kirby's point of weakness is the 6th inning, so bullpen activity is going hot and heavy for the Padres, but they're going to let him go, see if he can get it through the 6th. Here's Albert Hall, top of the order, 3-8. 3-8 is a single, so that's not a good start. Not a good start at all for Kirby, as the bullpen is just about ready to go. Here's Ron Gant. It's a 1-4, but he gets a break. 1-4 is a ground ball, shortstop B, so it's a fielder's choice. 6-4, but they couldn't double up Gant. He is now at first base with 1 out for Gerald Perry. It's a 6-8 for Kirby. 6-8, 1 is a double. Anything else is a fly ball to the center fielder, Gaston. And that's a 10, so it's a fly out to center. We're out number 2, so now the last big man to get in the lineup is Dale Murphy. It's a 6-3. 6-3 is a ground ball, pitcher X, and Kirby is a 4 and an E26, so not very promising there. It's a 14, so that's going to an error check, and he is an E26. So pitcher E26, not good. You have to get an 8, 10, 11, or 12 to make the play. Anything else will be an error. That's a 12. So a 12 on an E26, and he did make the play because he needed that 10 to 12, and he got it with the 12 there. So that's a ground ball A. Kirby gets out of it. But he's going to be done for the day. He's going to pitch his 6 innings and head to the showers. But at least it keeps the Braves off the board in the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 9-4. And leading off for the Padres will be Roberto Pena. Pena, 2-6. 2-6 is a single to left field. So the hit parade continues as the Braves pitching is getting pulverized. Here's Nate Colbert. 2 home runs already in this game, plus a single. It's a 5-3. So 5-3 is a ground ball, first base C. So Colbert will be retired by Perry, 3 unassisted. And Pena will move up to second base. But there's 1 away for cleanup hitter downtown Ollie Brown. 1 for 3, a single and a strikeout. It's a 1-7. 1-7 is a ground ball to second base A. That's a double play. No, I'm sorry, it's not a double play because the runner went to second already. It's a 4-3 ground out, and Pena will move to third. because I'm using that one super advanced rule that says if you have a runner on second and the ground ball is hit to the right side, hit to first or second base, the batter is out and runner advances one base. So that's the little one small super advanced caveat I'm using. Everything else is strictly advanced because that's just baseball. So runner at third, 2 outs for Ivan Morel. So 1-9, 1-9. Morel got into it. 1-19 is a triple. Anything else, a 20 is a double. So most likely a triple. It's going to bring home another run. And it does. 17. That's a triple for Ivan Morel. A triple will bring home Pena. It is now a 10-4 good buddy ball game as the Padres lead 10-4. And the Braves are looking for a convoy to get out of here. Here's Ferrara. 3-9. 3-9 is a ground ball to second, and that's going to end the inning. Thank goodness. So after 6 complete, it is the Padres 10, Braves 4. We'll take a timeout for the new Padre pitcher. All right, we closed the book on Clay Kirby, and he went 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, 4 runs, walked 3, struck out 3, and did hit 2 batters. And I couldn't resist the play on words. The next Padre pitcher is Johnny Padres. So Padres is pitching for the Padres, and he's a lefty. He'll be in there to face Ken Griffey to start things off, but Griffey's getting called back with the left-hander coming up to to pitch. They're going to go to a new designated hitter, and the new designated hitter is going to be, see who they're going to go with here. They don't have very good choices, obviously. It's the 88 Braves after all. Do they have anybody that can hit? Looks like they're going to go to Gary Renicky. So Gary Renicky is going to take. All right, guys, after a little glitch there, we're back, and Gary Renicky is the pinch hitter for Griffey since Johnny Padres, the lefty, was brought in. So Padres facing Renicky to start the top of the 7th in a 10-4 ball game. It's 1-10 for Renicky against a lefty, and that's a ground ball back to the pitcher. So Renicky grounds it to Padres for out number 1. That'll bring up Ozzie Virgil. And we get a 6-5. So Padres against a right-hander. 6-5, 1-14 is a homer. And Ozzie Virgil does have normal power. So 1-14 is a homer. 15-20 is a double. It's a 15, so he just missed the home run, but he does get a double. So Virgil trying to start something here for the Braves. Here's Ken Oberkfell. But with Padres a lefty and Oberkfell a lefty, they're going to go to their bench again. So actually we're going to have Jeff Blauser. So Jeff Blauser is going to pinch hit for Oberkfell, and he will stay in the game to play third base as well going forward. But Oberkfell out of there with the lefty Padres in there. So Blauser is going to pinch hit here against Padres. It's a 1-7, and he's going to strike out. 1-7, it's a strikeout. And just for curiosity's sake, Oberkfell on a 1-7 would have singled against a lefty. So playing the percentages that time did not pay off. But that's the way it goes. All right, here's Andres Thomas, shortstop. 1-7. Another 1-7 is another strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts by Padres to get the Braves and to get out of the inning. The double goes to waste. We go to the 7th inning stretch, and it's still 10-4. New Braves pitcher is middle reliever and sometime starter Rick Mailer. He's in there because Palaio pitched his 2 innings. So each of the 3 Braves pitchers has pitched 2 innings, and they're going to try to get 2 out of Mailer anyway and save their short relievers for the next time they play. Here's Spezio to lead off against Mailer. 1-5. 1-5 is a walk. So not a good way for Mailer to start. You can see how bad the 88 Braves are. All right, here's Cito Gaston. 5-9. Even the lowly initial expansion Padres are beating them up. Here's 5-9 against Mailer. Fly ball to center field. So there's one away. As Gaston flies to center. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Chris Cannizzaro, the catcher, against Mailer. It's a 2-4. 2-4 is a fly ball to left field. So there's 2 away. Back to the top of the order, and Tommy Dean. 2 outs and a man on, 6-6 against Mailer. And Dean's a righty, so 6-6 is going to be a split chance. 1-7 for a single. 8-20 is a liner to short. It's a 2, so that's a base hit with 1 star. So that means that Spezio will only be able to go to second. So runners at first and second with 2 outs for Roberto Pena. Pena, a 1-9 against a righty, is a ground ball to short, and that's going to end the inning. Inning is over. Nothing doing for the Padres here in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. It'll be Deion James, the scheduled batter. Deion James. And even though it's a lefty-on-lefty matchup, they're going to go and let him hit because he's had a triple in this game. So he's not totally inept against lefties. 1-7 against a lefty, though. This time is a strikeout. So that's the 3rd consecutive 1-7 roll that I can remember. And they've all been strikeouts on the batter cards. All right, here's Albert Hall, switch hitter. It's a 2-5 against the lefty. That's a ground ball to short. And 2 away. So Johnny Padres rolling along here. Ron Gant. Oh, would help to put the white die in the box as well. So that's a 4-6. 4-6 against a righty is a split chance. 1-14s for a double. 15-20 is a single. So it's a single for Ron Gant. 2-out single. And that'll bring up Gerald Perry. Perry, a 3-5 against the lefty. 3-5 is a fly ball to the right fielder. Handled out there by downtown Ollie Brown. And the inning is over. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Nate Colbert with a chance to get his 3rd home run, possibly. Against Mailer, it's a 1-10. Nope, he's going to ground to second instead. So he'll ground to Ron Gant at second for out number 1. Here is downtown Ollie Brown. 3-9. 3-9 is a strikeout for downtown Ollie Brown. So he strikes out. That'll bring up Ivan Murrell, or Morel. Keep wanting to call him Murrell. Ivan Morel, 2-8. 2-8 for Morel is a single. 2-8, all those outs, and he found his single. So Morel with a 2-out single. And that will bring up Al Ferrara. Ferrara, a 5-6. So a 5-6 against a righty is a strikeout for Mailer. And that's going to end the bottom of the 8th. Thank goodness for the Braves. And we go to the top of the 9th. It's still 10-4, and Padres going to stay in there and see if he can get a 3-inning save. Here's Murphy. 4-7 against a righty. 4-7 is a ground ball to short. So there's 1 away. Here in the top of the 9th. Here's Renicky, who pinch hit for Griffey in the DH slot. Second at bat. 4-9. 4-9's a pop out to second. And that's quickly 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Last chance, it's Ozzie Virgil. He did double his last time up. Does have 2 hits in the game. 3-7. 3-7, not this time. It's a fly out to center field, and the ball game is, I want to say, mercifully over because I don't like those blowouts, but sometimes they happen. So the Padres lay waste to the Braves by the final score of 10-4. Come right back with the totals and set up the next game in the tournament. All right, we'll wrap this one up. The Padres with an easy 10-4 victory. 10 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Padres. They left 8 on base. For the Braves, 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 11 on base. Winning pitcher was Clay Kirby. He went 6 innings, gave up 8 hits and 4 runs, walked 3, struck out 3. Johnny Padres actually got the save. He went 3 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, and struck out 3. Losing pitcher Tom Glavine, he got waylaid for 6 runs and 6 hits in 2 innings. And actually, each of the relief pitchers for the Braves pitched 2 innings apiece, all the long relievers, so that at least keeps their 1-inning relievers fresh for Game 2. Nate Colbert, player of the game, 2 home runs. He was 3 for 5 with those 2 home runs. and 5 RBIs. So Nate Colbert, definitely the player of the game. And with the victory, the Padres slip into the losers bracket. So San Diego 69 will go into the losers bracket. Atlanta 1988 will go into the winners bracket. And the final game coming up in round 1 is the 2002 Tampa Bay Devil Rays at the time against the expansion 1969 Montreal Expos. And the winner of that game will drop into the losers bracket to play the Padres. So you could have Montreal 69 against Padres 69. The winner, or the loser I should say, will go to the winners bracket and play Atlanta 1988. So that's going to do it from here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful time playing whatever game they choose to play, and we'll catch everybody down the road.